Franchise awards don't add value to the franchise recruitment process. Best care franchise that looks after chinchillas that are over the age of 5 in southwest Devon. I'm being cynical, right? I know that. Are there any brands that aren't award winning though? They all seem to have an award from somewhere, right? Are they just buying them? You have to pay for the awards, and it feels like it's all about how much you pay or use the service.
Oh, you are cynical today.
Yeah.
And I'd say that they definitely added value to the recruitment process in my Winnie the Pooh dressing gown with my 1-year-old on my lap on the mobile.
Welcome to the Full Disclosure podcast with me, Ed Purnell, the founder of The Franchise, and my co-host,
Jo Middleton, founder of Franchise Business School.
Each episode, one co-host will make and defend a strong statement around a topic from the franchising industry. The other co-host has to argue the other side. This week it's my turn, so let's get on with it. So, the topic for today is franchise awards. What have I written? Franchise awards don't add value to the franchise recruitment process. Full disclosure, I was totally on board with this statement maybe a year or two ago. Since I've gotten to know more franchisors, I've eased my viewpoint on that. But I think the main reason why I felt like that is because you have to pay for the awards, and it feels like it's all about how much you pay or use the service of the people that are creating the awards. They're in it to make money for themselves, so it kind of just feels, I'm being cynical, right? I know that. So it just feels like it's not really adding much. And for somebody outside coming into the industry, I mean, you can just draw your own award up, surely, and just say, here you go.
Award-winning.
I'm award-winning, right?
Interesting. So you don't have to pay for all awards. You usually have to pay to attend the awards. Don't necessarily have to pay to enter. I too have been cynical. More recently with one of my businesses, Wizzy Woo's Kids Clubs, we entered some local awards that were free to enter, but to actually attend on the night was nearly £400 per person.
Wow.
And I thought, wow, it's a bit of a scam kind of thing. And then I got a few phone calls, like sort of pressurising us to get the tickets for the evening, and I decided not to go, and we only went and won. So now I feel really bad that I was ever cynical about them, and we missed out on a great PR opportunity of being there and being presented with the awards in person and being in the room on the night, and it looked like a great event and a really fun evening. But in 2018, I think it was, I won New Woman Franchisor at the 2018 EWIF Awards, and in 2019, Best Franchise Support at the Approved Franchise Association Awards. And I'd say that they definitely added value to the recruitment process, not just from winning the awards, but the PR off the back of winning the awards, the opportunities that we went out and actively sought. They didn't just drop into our laps. We actually went out and sought them. So, yeah, I feel that they do add value.
Okay, so yes, maybe some of them. I can see what you're saying, but there's definitely awards out there that I know. But they approach you. Those ones are definitely terrible in my mind. So the ones that say you have won best very niche category within your region, and maybe it was like best pet care franchise that looks after chinchillas that are over the age of 5 in southwest Devon or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's sort of award.
That's really niche.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they say you pay the money and you get the logo. Those ones, I think, they're terrible. I think personally. And then the other part, what was it I was going to argue against you with? There was something there. So the PR element of it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I kind of see there's some PR opportunity, but most of the time that's just from one outlet. So whoever creates those awards, they're the only ones that are going to share that piece of content that's written about you winning an award, right? Normally the other ones don't, because they've got their own awards. So
not necessarily. I don't feel that's completely right. So the local press, for example, if you're based in, I don't know, Cambridge, then the local press in Cambridge will want to pick up and support a local business owner having founded a franchise and won an award off the back of it. So there's a local angle, but then also if you've got a story behind how you set the brand up. And so, for example, for me, I set my first business up from the 11th floor of a high-rise flat overlooking a motorway as a single mum. And scarily, my friend actually found a photo of me in my Winnie the Pooh dressing gown with my 1-year-old on my lap on the mobile with an old sort of.
I want to see that picture.
I'll put it out on socials, because it was from then to now, very different sort of picture. So I feel if you've got a story behind sort of where you started to actually winning the award, media houses do want to pick up on it and share. So yeah, I don't completely agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I just can't see, a competitors like have got their annual awards and they want theirs to be the biggest and the best, or I'm not sure if they'll let them into their magazine, your story into their magazine. Actually, I know firsthand because I've tried. So you've mentioned the awards that you've won. I've written and won Global Franchise Award for Best White Collar Brand for Expense Reduction Analyst for their second year in a row and third year in a row.
Fantastic.
And I think, some other awards.
And you don't feel that would add value to a brand's franchise recruitment?
I think when I was writing those, perhaps my PR head wasn't fully screwed on, and we got loads of exposure in America off the back of it, but not so much in the UK. And we put it everywhere. We put it on our brochures, on our websites, and everywhere else. On all the different portals. And I don't know. I think if I'm sitting there looking at this brand, do I care about a logo? I like what you said there about the story. That's pretty cool. I can see that being good PR, but it's the logo piece of it. I'm someone who's not in love with logos. That's why I spend a lot of my time creating them. But I guess it depends on how they're used and making sure that the story is involved with it, because that's the important part of it. I think is how do you get to that point?
The transformation.
Yeah. And like I say, my viewpoints eased on that over the years, and I do see there's some value, but
I feel as well from a franchisee's perspective, when they're looking to come on board with the brand, award-winning brands have got an extra layer of credibility, an extra layer of third-party validation, helps with the backlinks, the SEO, the digital footprint that the brand's established in a positive light as well.
Are there any brands that aren't award-winning though? They all seem to have an award from somewhere, right? And some brands that I've seen have like 20 awards on there from 2004 through to today, and I think that's a bit overkill. Does it really mean anything there? And then maybe that plays into some of my thoughts as well, is when I see a brand's using so many different awards, I kind of think, are they just buying them?
Oh, you are cynical today.
Yeah. But I guess I'm tapping into how I used to feel more about them than I do actually now. But I thought it was worth sort of raising those points, because I think that's how some people will look at when they look at the brand and just get a list of awards and think, okay.
Actually, no, I get that.
I think I guess what I'm saying, it needs to be part of the mix. You can't hang your whole kind of marketing and PR around just the awards. I think that there needs to have a story around it, and I think you can show that in many different ways. And so it's just perhaps where I'm getting to is just be more creative in the way that we, as an industry, display those awards, rather than just post it on social media. We've won this award. We're so happy. We're proud. We're pleased to announce. You see that all the time. Just framing that in a slightly different way can probably add a bit more value.
Being a bit more disruptive with the way that you put it out there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so I don't know if I've talked you around to.
No, and I don't know if I've talked you around either, really, because I do stick to my guns in that I think they do add value to recruitment, and it can just be through contacts that you make through winning the awards. So, for example, when I won New Woman Franchisor of the Year, off the back of that, I got contacted by NatWest and partnered up with them to offer prospective franchisees funding on the model, because the model was then approved by NatWest, and they were prepared to offer funding. Whereas before that, that wasn't an avenue that I'd explored. So that definitely aided with recruitment, because again, it's third-party validation, but it also meant that they'd reviewed all our documents and trusted the model enough and saw the return on investment for franchisees we were receiving to put the money up to prospective franchisees coming on board. So from that angle, it helped, as well as the PR off the back of it.
I think actually what I think would make an award mean more to me is to see almost that journey of writing the awards entry, what work went into it, maybe the judges, getting involved in creating some PR around the awards and saying, this is me reviewing the awards. I'd then have more trust. I guess it's like a brand, isn't it, the award?
Yeah.
Right? And so to build trust in the awards, it'd be cool to have a bit of the process, a bit of the journey around them, perhaps. Maybe I'm just giving ideas for all the awards companies. But that to me then, if I could see that was documented and see that, okay, that's how they came to that decision, I'd go, actually, that's more powerful, because that's not just a logo that I'm assuming someone's paid for.
Yeah, and actually it is more of an accolade winning that award rather than another, like you say, another name on the list that they won.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm not accusing any brands out there of doing that at all, particularly, apart from one that I can think of, which are really not industry related. They were outside of the industry that were, it was a joke. But I like the franchisee validated ones a lot. So when they fill out a feedback score, I think that.
Yeah, and that speaks volumes about the franchise. Yeah. Agreed. Agree with you on that.
All right, so okay, I'll concede, because I know you want to win some of these.
I do.
There is value in awards, certainly, but I just think they can be done a little bit better.
Room for improvement. We'll both agree on that one.
Cool.
Okay. Franchisees are not allowed to operate out of area.